What's up, guys? It is a windy day, so I'm trying to work inside. I got my countertop here that you guys saw in the last video. I'm gonna go inside, measure, cut it, put it in there. Hopefully I don't mess this up. We'll see what happens. All right, guys, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna measure over where it needs to be, which is about 78 inches, and then I'm going to put painter's tape over it, so whenever I mark it, I'm marking on the painter's tape, and then when I cut, it should keep this laminate from getting tore up real bad. That's the game plan. Now I'm gonna mark it where I want it. 78. I really couldn't have cut it any better. I'm very happy. Guys, look how tight of a fit that is all the way across to this side. Oh my gosh. I got extremely lucky with that cut, but I'll take it. I mean, it fits perfect. You guys can already tell. I think it looks really good. So now I gotta kind of figure out what I'm gonna do on the sides and then what I'm gonna do over here. All right, so I'm gonna start building out these sections here. It is 9 inches wide. And I'm gonna do it from here to up here, so it's 31 to the top. So let's build these. Alright, so we got this all cut up, and I went ahead and already marked where I wanted them, so you guys didn't have to watch me do that. So I'm going to go ahead and put the bottom on here. If you guys are wondering and you're trying to do this on your own, make sure you take into consideration you're putting this in the middle. You got to subtract. So we were trying to get 9 inches, so we subtracted, I think it was 1.5 inches or whatever these the thickness of these outside boards were. As you can tell, it's right at 9. So what we're gonna do is, you probably should throw in glue right here. I can't find any, and I'm not gonna wait on this project. There's not gonna be a lot of weight, but the better way to do it would be to do that. I think I'm gonna go back and put some screws in there once we're done. So I'm gonna go ahead and tack this bottom on here and try to get it as square as you can, and then make sure it's good, and then hit it in. Get the bottom here, make sure it's nice and square. Hit it in, and don't put too many nails at first in case you have to redo it. Take it out, do whatever. So I always try to just do what I need to hold it. And then the bottom here, that'll work for that. And then I'm gonna work my way down. I already marked it, and I marked which way I want them to go. So I'm gonna slide it in, and I'm gonna tack the top in on both sides. I'm gonna come over here, do this one. And the reason I'm working from this way down, normally you'd probably put the top and bottom on first. I'm doing it this way, that way they just slide in good, because sometimes if you do this one, if it's slightly smaller, it's going to be hard to put in there. So Always better safe than sorry. So I just work my way down, just in case your cuts are slightly off. Now we're going to do this other side, and we're going to actually come, instead of the very end, we're coming in a little bit because of the way the countertop is. You guys will see in a minute. And there, good. Alright, so now we're going to flip it over and nail this other side in. And so I got them marked up where we want it. And I think I did it wrong. Let's see. Yeah, so that's one of the reasons why I said don't do it too far. So this one actually has to move over a hair. I kind of messed up, and I'm going to show you guys that because I'm pretty honest here. So should be able to just kind of knock it over where I want it. There you go. Because we just use the brad nails in, so that's an easy fix. I'm gonna go ahead and tack it on there, tack it back on right here, and then I already hit this one in. So I'm gonna flip it back over, and then put it where I need it, tack them in. And then now you can go all the way down, because you know you got it good. And then clearly at the top. Alright, let's see if it fits. Alright, so what we're gonna do is bring this over here. It's gonna be a pretty tight fit, but that's what I want. I think actually this whole thing needs to come over this way. Alright, so it's gonna go in there, and then it's gotta come up. So I'm gonna have to do a block on the bottom, but I want to make sure this fit good first. But it's gonna be like that. I can hold it up good enough to show you guys. Like that right there. Alright, now that we know that it fits, I cut a back to it. What I'm gonna do is I have an extra 4 inches what is underneath here to hold it up in the back. So I'm gonna go ahead and tack this on. Make sure you get it very squared on there. Real good. So I'm gonna go ahead and tack this corner, and then make sure it's good all the way around. And then go ahead and tack it on. So that's good. So that will stand it up in the back, and I'm not worried about any of that stuff. And then I got a piece here for the front, but I gotta do this gap right here. So I don't know if you guys can see me or not, but the gap is 3 1/4. So I need to come in 3 1/4. Mark that, and then I need to nail that on. Let's toe nail it this way. Measure 3 1/4 this way. Right there. Toenail it. And then now, what I could do is, I could even get a piece here and it will hold it in. Just a cut off that I can. So this is just a cut off that I can put in here. And it'll hold it in real good. And then I'll just mark where I want to cut it. There and there. And then down there. Alright, so I cut it. Instead of just putting it on the edge here, I'm going to go ahead and just kind of put it in the middle. That way, it'll hold it in place like that. And then I can easily nail it in. Ooh, barely missed that one. Alright, now let's see if it fits. So, there you go. You got this whole setup. And we're going to go ahead and slide it in. I'm going to have to lift the countertop a little bit to get it in there. Awesome. So, it fits in there. I had to move this cabinet a little bit so it's not perfectly in line with it right here or anything. So, what I'm going to do is, now I can see everything where it needs to be and all that. That's probably why. Countertop here. There you go. That's a little better now. Just needed a little adjustment. But yeah, that fits way better now. And all I gotta do, paint this up. So I'll pull it back out, I'll paint it, and then I gotta do the exact same thing on the other side. All right, let's paint this sucker. You guys probably can't see too good, but I'll try to make it where you can. So I think it looks really awesome. It looks great. There is a little gap right here, so I'm gonna put a piece of wood in there and basically paint it and stuff. It'll look good, but I did want it to match this side over here with the level, so I'm just gonna fill in that little gap. But other than that, I mean, it fits great. It's a cool little storage thing. Yes, I'll have to touch up some more paint on it. I'm not worried about that. You probably can't even tell in the video, but it came out really, really well. I still got to build the one on that side. I'll show you in a minute once I'm done. I'm not going to do all this again. But this is an awesome thing that you could just put anything, you know, put some glasses, some coffee mugs, whatever, canned food, anything you want over here. And it just filled that gap in and it looks like it's supposed to be there. I like it. Alright guys, as you can tell, I'm painting the bottom down here. This really doesn't matter. I'm going to end up putting a board down here. I'm just kind of doing this so I can kind of see what it's going to look like. Kind of let it all kind of look the same. But as you can tell, I got both cabinets on both sides. And it's looking good. I also got a little bit of touch-up paint to do on some of the spots in there on both sides. It's not a big deal. So I'm going to go ahead and kind of let it all dry, do some touch-up paint, and then we'll show you guys what's up. They look good. Guys, I am extremely pumped with the way it looks, but now this is where it gets a little scary. I need to put the sink in. So, this is not exactly what I was going for, but I think what I'm going to do is, I'm going to put it right in the middle of this. I wanted it kind of over there, so you can look at the window and stuff, but this just makes the most sense. I could do the plumbing on the outside wall. Yes, there are electrical outlets on both sides, it's going to be plenty far away from the sink, and plus I'm going to build something eventually that goes over the sink so you have more counter space. We're also going to do different things as far as over here, some counter stuff, over here, and over there. So don't think this is the only counter space that's going to be in here. I know you're probably thinking that as of right now, but it won't be, so I'm just letting you guys know. So now I got to put this sink in, try to cut this without screwing it up. So this is where I want the sink. I'm gonna flip it upside down to make it a little easier. The center is right here, so I'm gonna try to line that up. And what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna go ahead and put tape down. That way, whenever I draw on the counter or I cut, whatever I do, it won't mess the counter top up. And then we won't have any worries. So I'm gonna go ahead and just tape this up. So now I can stick this on here and then find the middle part, and then I can trace it and it's not gonna mess it up. We're gonna wanna come in here. Let's say if it's 4.5 inches, then we could trace this. Now I have it marked all the way around. I could put some more tape there. I could cut it on the inside and it should be good. This is where we're going. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a paddle bit, I'm gonna drill on the inside. That way when I run my saw, it'll stop before then. So I'm gonna try to come in on the circle just a little bit. Alright, kind of sweep this off a little bit. And then we'll do a dry fit, make sure it fits before I pull that tape off. Hopefully it works. Alright, let's see if this sink will fit without falling through. It's got these little things on the bottom. There it goes. Boom. Perfect. So now I can pull the tape off, put it back in. Alright, let's test fit this again. Let's make sure it's all straight. We might have to trim some of it up a little bit. Alright, let's see. Alright, I think it's squared up really good. Dang. Yeah, so that's perfect. Alright, so the sink came with a faucet. So I got this. It is nothing fancy, but it'll do for this. And so the hot is normally on the left side, I believe. So what we're going to do is stick that on there like that. And then I will hook these on the bottom. And then I got to do the drain here. And that little bitty thing, that's pretty funny. Little stopper. But I'll hook this on as well. And yeah, put that on there down in here. So I'll do that and I'll show you in a second. So I got it all in there. It's pretty good. I need to tighten it just a little bit more, but this isn't the best sink out there, but it's pretty good for like $100. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and take this off and I'm gonna flip it over. I should have took that part out. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this silicone and I'm gonna go around the whole outside and then stick it on, and it should be good to go. And then I have these mounting brackets that will hold it on. So as of right now, I'm just gonna put this silicone on there, just a good bead, and then I can take off any excess silicone that squeezes out, so I'm not too worried about putting too much. I got the silicone all the way around. I'm gonna go ahead and lift this up, and then we're gonna put it on. There we go. And then now, whenever we put these brackets on the bottom, what you do is, it's got this bracket, it's gonna go through here, and then you're going to twist it down, and then I'll try to show you underneath. Hopefully you can see good, but it's got these rails right here, and what you do is, you're gonna put the little spike. What you're gonna do is put this little spike right here on the outside, stick it up in there, loosen it up, move it over a little bit, and then tighten that, and it'll hold the sink down. Guys, I am so pumped with this. This looks good. The sink is tiny. Yes, I did it a little further away from the front because there's a big gap in the back. The tiny sink, I think the placement's really good. It's right in the middle. It's far enough away from the outlets that we could do like a toaster oven and a coffee pot and stuff. It won't even be anywhere near this. Now, one of the things that I wanted to do was talk about this side over here by the window. The parts up here, all of this. This is where I need your help. But first, let's check this out one more time. Alright, so the thing that I need help on is right here. So, again, I wanted to put the sink here, I wanted to be able to look out the window, but it just made more sense to have it here. You come in, you get a little more room. This isn't taking up too much room. When you open the door, it comes about to right here, and there's not a whole lot of room left. So, I got a couple options that Danielle and I are thinking, but I need your help. Maybe you can come up with something better, or a combination, who knows what, before we jump in on this. So please, please, please comment down below what you guys think. But what my original thought was, what if it was an island that only comes out so far, maybe a little storage, but it's on wheels, and then you can turn it, so whenever you're doing stuff here, you can have an island here, you know, you can move it over there if you want, you could do whatever you need to do, you can move it around, and it won't take up too much room, because if we did cabinets here, you couldn't open this cabinet, you couldn't get in here, so maybe this would be something that just kind of slides out, and then it could be with the door closed right here in the middle. Whenever you're doing dishes or whatever, you put the dishes on there. You could be chopping, you could be cooking with a, you know, like a little oven or something. That's what we're thinking, well, what I was thinking. And then Danielle was thinking, what if we did a fold down table? So it would only stick out to about right here, so it's not in the way or anything. And then it would actually be, if we left it as a ledge, but if not, it'd just be folded straight down, and then what you do is you pop it up, you have your seats, and then you can sit here and look out the window as you eat, but when it's folded down, it's not in the way of this, it just looks, you know, like a piece right here. I don't know, I'm not sure what to do. I was even thinking maybe an island that rolls out, but it also has a table that you could fold up. So you can bring it out here, you can fold it up, you can use it as a table, it'd be a big counter space, who knows. So we need your help. I really wanted to try to build it in this video, but I don't want to get ahead of myself. I want to see if you guys have an awesome idea that we could do right here. Maybe you have something like that in your house, I don't know. We started looking like on Amazon and stuff like that, and we found a few things, but not exactly what we wanted. So please, please, please let me know what you think we should put right there. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and call it for this video. Oh, another thing before I forget, shelving up here. I think you can see all the way up here. So what I was thinking at the beginning was having some cabinets that stick out, but then I feel like that'd stick out a little too far. Maybe, but I think they stick out a foot, so it might be a little too far. But also what I was thinking was milling up some big chunks of wood and then having shelves that come out, maybe just one or two on each side, maybe staggered. I don't know. I need y'all's help. Again, what should we do for this to get the most out of it? Maybe put some cups and plates or something up here. Nothing too crazy. and then might hang like a thing that you put some utensils, maybe even some little shelves here in the middle, and then something on each side. I don't know. We need y'all's help. So please, please, please comment down below and let us know what we should do up here and over there. But for this, I am very satisfied with this, getting the sink in, getting the countertop in, building the 2 side shelves. I am pumped with that. It is Thanksgiving Day, so to be able to do all this stuff on Thanksgiving is awesome. I am very, very thankful. One thing I am bummed about, though, I'm by myself out in the woods. I'm out here by myself. Danielle is working. That is just the sacrifice that a lot of people make when they're first responders, you know, in the healthcare industry, stuff like that, is they have to work on days like this. We grew up with our dad being a police officer and having to work holidays and stuff. So, any of you guys that are out there that are first responders, you know, anything like that in the healthcare industry that you'll have to work, any job that you have to work on a holiday, thank you so much for doing that for people out there to stay safe even on the holidays when they get to be with their families. So thank you guys for that. I am very thankful that I got to spend an early Thanksgiving with part of Danielle's family, so that was awesome. And then I'm very thankful that I get to spend it with you guys, hopefully, if this video comes out today in enough time. So I just wanted to just say thank you to all of y'all that support and love the channel, that support and love Danielle and I, and even my whole family. So literally from the bottom of my heart, thank you so much. I'm very, very thankful for all of you guys. I hope you had an awesome Thanksgiving, but we'll catch you on the next, and we'll be trying to build whatever's going here. We'll be trying to build something that maybe goes here, some shelving, I don't know, plumbing up the sink. We got a lot to do, so I'm gonna get done with this video, upload it, and start coming up with new ideas. So guys, we'll see you on the next.